Yes, sir. So if you ever thought about starting off dreadlocks, stick to this video because today I'm gonna give you guys 5 different methods to start your dreadlocks, and I'm also give you a quick and personal perspective on the advantages and the disadvantages of each dreadlocking method. Now, with all that being said, let's get right into the intro. Welcome back. If you don't already know, my name is Vinny Matthews. Now, where are all my lockers at? Locka gang. Go ahead and leave the lock emoji in the comment box down below. Hit the like button for your boy. And if you aren't already, subscribe to the channel, man. What you waiting for? Now, as we know, there are so many different types of methods that you can go about starting off your dreadlock for your journey. But in today's video, I'm gonna give you guys the top 5 most popular methods to starting out your dreadlock. It's gonna be a quick little overview of each method, the pros, the cons, and hopefully this will help you out to determine how you want to start off your dreadlock journey. So with all that being said, let's get right into it. Now, the first way that you can start out your dreadlock journey is the 2-strand twist method. Now, this method is so personal to me because that's exactly how I started my dreadlock journey. This method requires you to wrap one piece of your hair around the other like this. So you get, just get a piece of hair and then you go like that. It's that simple, pretty easy. I'm not gonna do my whole hair, but look at that. Nice little lock right there. Now, some of the cool advantages of this method is, one, they're very easy to install, okay? You can literally do this yourself, okay? Your arms might get a little tired, but literally, this is one of the most easiest method out of the bunch. The second advantage is, if it unravels, you can just ravel it back up. A lot of people have problems with their dreadlock journey of unraveling with their starter locks. But if it starts to unravel, just literally do it yourself. It's that easy. Last but not least, if you change your mind about this method, you can easily unravel it back out. It's really that simple. Now, let me give you guys the disadvantages of this method. First off, unraveling is very common. Now, even though it's very common, that doesn't mean that you should be so concerned or so worried about. This is just part of the process. Shrinking is inevitable, okay? It's going to shrink, okay? When I started out my lock journey, my hair was already long, but then it shriveled all the way up, but that's okay. That's exactly a part of the process. There's no reason to trip. Last but not least, it will take your hair a long time to lock up, especially depending on your hair type. Me personally, it took my hair about, I'm gonna say 8 months to 12 months for it to finally lock up. But don't get me wrong, look at the locks now. Boy, they swinging. So the first method definitely is the 2-strand twist. All right, now the second method you can start off your locks with is the comb coil method. Now, this method requires a bit more skill than the 2-strand twist, but have no fear, okay? Now, professional locticians can either use a coil twist comb or they can use a rat tail comb. It doesn't matter, you're still gonna get the same effect. All you have to do is make a section of your hair, take the root of it, put the comb in, put the gel in, and bada bang, bada boom, you got yourself a nice comb coil dreadlock. Now, some of the advantages of this method is when you first get them, man, they all nice and shiny and sleek. Personally, I love this look, man. And it don't even look like dreadlocks. It just look like you got your own nice little natural style. Second, this method to start out with is kind of short. It's kind of quick. It doesn't take that much long. All you have to do is just get a comb, get some gel, bada bang, and you're in and out. But some of the disadvantages of this method is, when it comes to frizziness, man, there are always going to be frizziness, man. This method will create so much more frizziness than the first method. Also, it takes time and practice to perfect this method, okay? If you're going to somebody who's doing this for the first time, I really don't recommend this. I recommend going this to a professional because you can tell them exactly the size that you want for your dreadlock. And last but not least, just like the 2-strand twist method, unraveling will occur, but like I said, there's no need for you guys to panic. All right, so the next method you can use to start out your dreadlocks is the sponge brush method. Now, with this method, it's fairly simple. It's one of the most simplest methods you can do because in the end of the day, you can do them yourself. All you have to do is get a sponge brush and just brush over your hair over and over into circles until you start creating the sections and the locks that you want. It's really that simple. A couple of advantages of this method is, one, it's very simple. 2, it's free. 3 minimum instruments are required to use this method. Now, some of the disadvantages are, if you're taking this method, more than likely you're going through the freeform lock, and there's nothing wrong with freeform locks, but if that's not the look that you want, don't go for this look. Also with this method, you do not know what you're going to get with this method, okay? And that's the whole purpose of freeform. You want your locks to be freely into form itself, hence the name freeform. But definitely, this is one of the methods you can definitely use if you want to start off your dreadlocks. Now, the next method you can use to start your dreadlock journey is the crochet method, okay? The crochet method is basically what you want to call the interlocking process, or you can also call it the instant lock process. If you have hair already right now, you can get your dreadlocks instantly with a crochet needle. Now with this needle, all you have to do is grab a section of your hair and you go in and out, in and out, in and out with your dreadlocks, and sooner or later you will eventually have the lock of your dreams. Now, some of the advantages of this method is it's one of the most quickest method. That's why it's called the instant method, the interlocking method. You get your dreadlock as soon as you sit in your loctician's chair, you will be out in the next 3, 4, 5, 6, I don't know how many hours it takes, but you will be in and out of her seat. Second advantage is you avoid the ugly stage. Nobody likes the ugly stage. You avoid that. Now, there are some disadvantages to this. The first disadvantage is you're not really a part of the gang if you didn't go through the journey, man. The whole purpose of locks is for the journey. The second disadvantage is, even though this is the instant lock method, when you sit in that chair for the first time to get these interlocked, it's gonna take some hours, man. A simple retwist will take you a good 90 minutes. This method right here, man, you're looking at least 4, 5, 6 hours depending on the loctician. But don't get me wrong, man, if this is the method you wanna take, go for it, because in the end of the day, this is your lock journey. This is exactly your locks. Last but not least, the last method you can use to start your dreadlock journey is using the freeform method. Kind of similar to the sponge method, but with the sponge, you use the sponge and you also use some oil. With this method, you do nothing. You just let your hair be, and you wash your hair. Don't get me wrong, you gotta wash your hair now. You gotta wash your hair, but other than that, you do nothing to it. Now, some of the advantages of this method is you do nothing to it. Just like I said, man, it's crazy how I just repeat myself, but it's that easy. You do nothing to it. Another advantage is it is free. You don't need no products other than shampoo. Now, you should already have shampoo, so I mean, you're not really contributing to this method, but that's pretty much it. Now, some of the disadvantages are, I already made a video about the disadvantages of it, so you can look at that video right here. I give a full explanation of the disadvantages, the problem with freeform locks. And with all that being said, guys, let me know in the comment box down below what you guys think. Let me know what method are you starting off your dreadlock journey, or if you already have dreadlocks, what method did you start out with? Let me know in the comment box down below. Hit the like button for your boy and leave a lock emoji in the comment box down below. With all that being said, guys, my name is Vinny Matthews. Thanks for rocking with your boy, and I'm out.